The first speech I'm critiquing today is by Grayson Proctor. Um, Grayson's speech was very good. She had a good point, which I can imagine many people would agree upon, which is the times when you look back at life and you realize how quickly they went by and how much you didn't enjoy them, which that's what stood out to me, is how relatable that was, is because when I go through life, I fly through it. I tend to go through it without enjoying the little things, which is a big thing. Life's about the little things, honestly. It's about the little side things that happen on event stories, on vacations, on times you're spending with your family. It's what really makes them. As far as her speaking and gestures, she was really good. I could understand her, which I really liked. It's a big thing to me, is when I can understand them. Her hand gestures were good, and I liked she really helped get her point across. The next person is Skylar Barkowski. I liked her speech. She had really good content. The only problem that was wrong to me was I really struggled to hear her. I couldn't understand what she was saying most of the time. I really had to listen in turn on my volume. But the greatest part about her speech to me was how she personalized it to herself and how she told a story that really meant a lot to her. Like she was on the verge of crying, and she may have even cried. Well, I couldn't exactly tell, but she was very emotional in it, and that's what stood out to me, is how much she opened up her emotions and herself into the story she was telling, which really helped engage me. The last person that I was critiquing is Gunnar McCoy. The best thing about him was his clarity in his voice. It made it easy to listen to. It made it easy to understand. It helped me just pay attention to his story. The only downside to his speaking was his swaying. He swayed a lot, front and back, side to side, and it's just kind of a distraction. It's not a big deal, but that was the only thing I understood wrong with it. The best part about his thing was how relatable it was to me. He mentioned an old lady and how much time he spent with her. And to me, that's a lot to me. I spent most of my childhood with my grandmother, and I can just relate to it, and I really liked it. And that's all my critiques.